out there that the FBI or somebody in government recognized this Crooks person online first and thought he was, well, we can manipulate this guy, we can use him. And that is a serious question, and we don't have the answer. We don't have the definitive answer, and it would shock me. I guess it would shock me, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised. What do you think?
No, that's exactly where I am. Like, I don't want that to be true. As much as, we've come to see that there are clearly no ends to the bounds that these guys will go to, like, would it actually shock you if they did find this guy and think he could be a cultivated asset? I mean, we know what like they went through in 2020 as far as suppression of information with Hunter Biden's laptop. We know that they've leveraged intelligence agencies to mislead and lie.
What's up, G-Boo?
Like, would it be a next level up? I don't know, but you hate to say that because the track record can't rule out.
Eric Eggers, give our best to Susan Crabtree. Peter Schweitzer. We can find you on the On Background podcast, also the Drill Down podcast. And,
how do you like these apples? You like my apples? I got the green ones, and I got the red one. See the red one and the green one.
Unlike Washington, D.C., where it's 45 degrees right now, it's like 75 in Tallahassee. And we're governed by the wonderful governor, Ron DeSantis. Hey, Greg, always a pleasure joining you. Peter and I just
you like them?
Drill down on the Arctic frost scandal. Next time we should talk about the senators trying to get paid off of being spied on by the intelligence agency.
Oh, is there any chance that they're going to get that money?
Well, here's the crazy part. You just played the clip from Marsha Blackburn. So there's 8 to 10 senators who would have been eligible for it. What we talked about on this episode, I mean, the whole thing's a scandal, and it's kind of like a Coen Brothers movie, but like a victim. The victims aren't necessarily a guy. And
Trying to get the right angle here.
I have said, look, I don't plan on getting.
Oh, these are my new socks. How do you like my new socks?
I don't think it's worth taking taxpayer money for it. The fact that they tried to slip fish into the bill meant to reopen the government, try to get.
See my new socks?
I think it's incredibly scandalous.
They got the gray bottom and the white top. White top.
Lindsey Graham says, hell yeah, I'll do everybody. I don't want to get paid.
Oh, Lindsey, what an interesting character. All right. Eric Eggers, to be continued, sir. You're the best, and we'll be right back.
Greg Kelly.
If you want real American meat, born, raised, fed in America, then you want Freedom Farms. No imports, no nonsense. From their family farm in upstate New York to your family table.
We're gonna eat a snack here. I'm gonna start with my cashews.
FreedomFarms.com. Use promo code MAGA for $25 off your first order.
Oh, these are the books.
We are FreedomFarms.com. Promo code MAGA for $25 off your first order. Freedom Farms, real meat from real farmers.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45 non-smoker can get $1 million of coverage.
See the Minecraft book?
$35 per month. Level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50 non-smoker can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110. Level rate for 20 years.
And then I got the Baby Shark book.
For 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for a new or replacement term life insurance,
Baby Shark. How's that song go?
9161. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-786-9161. Remember,
And I got the good old trusty Spidey Man.
9161. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam
The good old trusty Spider-Man.
Foundation honors the courage and sacrifice of America's heroes. Heroes like United States Army Lieutenant Colonel Christy Rabin. Christy served our country with unwavering dedication.
Let's look at some of these
As a combat nurse, after a 6-year battle with
Minecraft
nerve-related
ones.
cancer, Christy's life was tragically cut short. She leaves behind her husband Stephen and their 2 children, Jack and Stella. Tunnel to Towers paid the mortgage on the Rabin's family's home. Help more families like Christy's. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I It was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/.
Look at a fish. Let's go here. Let's look at the fishy. Fishy, the baby sharks. Look at the baby sharks. Oh, there's a dolphin there too.
Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, we're the home run hitters you need. Morgan & Morgan, proud sponsor of the New York Yankees.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
What everybody's talking about, Joe Concha. Joe Concha. Sunday morning at 11. It's the Joe Concha, Tunnel to Towers Foundation Sunday morning show.
Joe Concha.
On 77 WABC. It's so easy to fall in love with 77 WABC. On radio, we got the #1 news talk radio morning.
Now, these sharks are very simple colors. I like this because this is very simple colors.
Plus, on the weekend, we've got Vinny Petunio, Cousin Brucey, Tony Orlando, and
There's only like two colors. One or two colors that you paint the entire shark. Yeah, look at that. One or two colors. That's it. That's all you got to use for the shark. You don't have to do any kind of manipulation. The same thing with Minecraft. You see the Minecraft? The Minecraft is like 3 colors and that's it. 3 colors or 5 colors.
I love that, Nixon. He was talking about the great silent majority back in 1969, and most people were not crazy. Today,
See, this one is 1, 2, 3 colors. This one is 1, 2, 3 colors. 1, 2, 3 colors. These are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. These are 5 colors. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors.
horrible people. They're the victims, though, in a weird way. And by the way, it's weird. I played.
Yeah, 3 to 5 colors. This one is 3 to 5 colors.
Jones, the cult leader, whatever they call that group down there. He went to Guyana. He started, I think, in California and brought a bunch of lost souls with him to Guyana. And when the feds moved in, he got nervous, and everybody there killed themselves. More than 900 people drank poison and died because this guy told them to. But there was a hero in the midst. Congressman Leo Ryan showed up there on a fact-finding mission, and you could tell that some people were freaked out and they didn't want to be there. And that's when James Jones killed him and killed everybody else, got everybody to kill themselves. But the night before, he made a little speech, and I think the cameraman got out and said how scared he was at this moment because the crowd just went bananas for like 38 minutes this went on for. Cut 3, if you don't mind.
Cab is here. The cab is here. Like Jersey Shore, huh? Cab is here. What kind of food are you gonna get?
Anyway, he
We got the
dead, like 12 hours later, and all those people cheering were dead.
we got the original Spidey Man.
And it's 47 years
Got
ago.
Minecraft and we got Baby Shark. We're gonna do Baby Shark in a little bit.
800-8489-222, 800-8489-222. Yes, Marco.
Mr. Kelly,
Got my world famous toffee cashews.
also, the deportation. How does that affect your life? Somebody that's been here 20, 30 years, hasn't committed any violent crimes. But how does that affect your life in a
We're not
negative
talking
way?
about those people. Have you been listening to what Tom Homan says? What he's had to say about
Got a red apple and a green apple.
going after criminals? That's the top priority. And newly arrived. That's the second tier. Criminals and newly arrived, those who are allowed in by Biden. I don't know anybody who's been here for 20 years and never gone around the
What kind of meat are you gonna get?
That's a thing. Maybe you know that to be a thing, but I don't know that to be a thing. I know to have a country, you have to have borders. And now more than ever, you have to have a culture as well. You have to have assimilation. So, yeah, you're right. If they've been here 20, 30 years, I am not aware of that issue. But I do know that there are plenty of people here illegally. And that means they committed a crime and they didn't even bother to learn the language. You know that there, right, Mr. Marco? You know that. You've encountered that, right?
Yeah, because I have family that's
Chicken, beef, pork.
I know, but yes, they speak English, right? And are they citizens? Are they citizens?
Broken English.
Are they? Wait. You got family who are not citizens?
Yeah.
How does that? Why? How is you're a citizen, right? How are they not citizens? How are they related to you? Distant cousins? Why are they breaking the law? I mean, you brought it up, not me. I told you who they're prioritizing, but I just want to talk to you, Marco. Why the hell is your family not here illegally?
Unfortunately, they couldn't get their papers fixed. That's not the point, though. The point is they're working. They don't commit violent crimes. They work.
Yeah, you see the people who are getting rounded up. You see that, right? These are newly arrived, and a lot of them have criminal records. And you could say, well, we broke the law 20 years ago. I mean, they're not at the top of the list on ICE. They're just not. And that's not a thing. The left wants you to make it a thing. And quite frankly, even if it were, I'm not enforcing the law, but it's the law, isn't it? I mean, do we just bend the law? Do we just blow off the law? Your family blew off the law, apparently. I mean, I have some sympathy, but not
Yummy
much.
cashews.
I can't believe you would stay 20 years not even trying to get the green card. I'm surprised at you, Marco.
Wait,
You should have helped your family. You should have helped them. Helped them more than you did. You got to be here legally. You got to be illegally. Legal. All right, Marco, but don't worry. I'm not going to call ICE. I'm not going to tell Tom Homan, even though I know Tom Homan.
you can call whoever the hell you want. It ain't gonna affect my life.
Oh, yeah? Well, I got your phone number right here. Believe me, if I wanted to, I could, but I'm not going to. All right? I got your information. I know who you are. I know where you live, vaguely. And I could. So don't be careful with that. Don't tempt me. All right? Seriously, Marco, you're off the hook. But next time, don't call and brag about your law-breaking family. Next, please, line 2. Go ahead. Who's this? Mo who? Just put him on.
Jim Jones.
Who's this? Hello?
Hi, Mr. Kelly. This is first time caller Mohammed.
How are you?
I'm doing fine, sir. I'm enjoying your program today. I've listened to you a lot. But concerning the Jim Jones, that's my country, man.
Guyana, huh?
That's my country. Yes, sir.
Wasn't that weird? What happened down there? Crazy.
Oh, yes, it was. It was. It was terrible. It was crazy. It was everything downhill bad. Really. I didn't went there when it happened. I went there after. And I had a good picture in my mind what was really going on in that place. That's one.
I got the 16 jumbo crayons now.
Surprise.
I got another pack of the 16 jumbo crayons.
Holding a government office. Anybody can hold a government office. You can come naturalize and do your stuff. In my country, for you to hold an office in the government, you have to be born a Guyanese. I'm kind of surprised, man. I'm here for just a couple of years, and it blows my mind how things are shaping up here.
That's very interesting. Guyana, huh? You have to be a citizen. You have to be born in Guyana to hold office in Guyana. Yeah, we don't have that here. The only office we have that for is the president. And why they have it like that is because they want to make sure everybody's loyal to America. They wrote it. They said, look, the president's so important, we got to make sure that they're loyal. So you got to be born here. But every other job, you don't have that requirement. So you're here now. When did you leave Guyana?
I lived there in 2016.
And so far, is this place better?
Yeah, it is. My country, they've developed themselves over the past couple of years with the island and all of that. But the opportunities there is much more, and the life here is much more different. I like it over here.
All right. Hey, one more thing about that Jim Jones thing. They were all like Americans, I think, right? It was all Americans. Jim Jones was American. All those people were American. I think they had a couple of Guyanese security people, but that was seen as like Americans, right? They were all Americans.
Yes. And if my memory serves me correctly, one Guyanese died in that incident. One Guyanese.
Man, I was a girl. Oh, wow. I was in the 4th grade. I remember seeing that footage of all those people, all those poor lost souls under Jim Jones. Well, hey, man, Muhammad, thank you very much. To be continued. Stay in touch. There's the music. I got to get the hell out of here. Should I call Tom Holman on Marco? Are you sure about that? All right. All right. He's off the hook. Don't push me, pal.
This is New York's talk leader, the crown jewel of talk radio. WABC New York, WRCR Haverstraw, 107.1 WLIR Hampton Bays. News first at 59 past the hour. 77 WABC News starts now.
77 WABC News, first to 59 past the hour. 42 degrees, partly cloudy skies on this Wednesday, November 19th. Good afternoon, I'm Lisa G. A Brooklyn woman was sentenced today in a crash that killed a mother and 2 of her young children in Midwood last March. 33-year-old Miriam Yarimi pled guilty to manslaughter last month for the crash. She was sentenced to a prison term of 3 to 9 years. Jessica Tisch is staying on as New York City Police Commissioner. Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani made the announcement today. Here is former NYPD Commissioner Bill Bratton.
I would have to assume that there were negotiations and that there was some coming together in the sense of her concerns, his priorities. I have counseled that I would hope that the mayor-elect has got a lot of things on his plate.
The New York Post reports Tisch wrote a department-wide email explaining her decision to accept staying on the job, despite admitting she doesn't always 100% agree with Mamdani's policies. In other news, a New York mom is speaking out about her heartache in the aftermath of the mass shooting in the Brick City Saturday night.
The mother of 2 boys who were shot in Newark over the weekend is speaking out. Stephanie Garcia's 10-year-old son, Jordan, was killed in the mass shooting Saturday night there. Her 11-year-old took a bullet too, but survived. The 2 were walking home from a football game at the rec center.
Jordan is my silly boy. A pure soul. Always happy. When don't get mad. Like he's always happy to get around people.
The 2 boys were just in the wrong place at the wrong time when gunmen opened fire on a street corner, also killing a 21-year-old mom. Police have no motive for the shooting, have made no arrests. Noam Layton, WABC News.
The bill calling for the release of all files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein is headed to President Trump's desk.
The Senate will proceed to consideration of the bill, which the clerk will report.
H.R. 4405, an act to require the Attorney General to release all documents and records in possession of the Department of Justice relating to Jeffrey Epstein.
It's not clear when the Department of Justice will release the remaining Jeffrey Epstein files. Next year's FIFA World Cup is expected to bring in big bucks, but President Trump has a warning, and Lisa Ritchie tells us about it.
President Donald Trump is warning cities with Democratic mayors and places with high crime rates that they could miss out on hosting World Cup matches. Trump spoke at the White House with FIFA President Gianni Infantino at his side.
If we think it's going to be a problem, we'll, can I say we will move that up? We're going to have something. We're going to move the event to someplace where it's going to be appreciated and safe.
Starting in June, the 2026 FIFA World Cup will be held across cities in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Lisa Ritchie, 77 WABC News.
So what's going on with Thanksgiving prices this year? WABC business reporter Joe Connolly fills us in.
President Trump and others have said turkey prices are coming down from last year, but it depends. For instance, Walmart's pre-selected meal this year does cost 25% less than a year ago, but it subs out some items for less expensive private brand alternatives or removes pecan pie or Ocean Spray cranberry sauce. Target and Kroger have made similar changes too. The retailers say we're trying to bring prices down to help families put a delicious, affordable meal on the table. Joe Connolly, 77 WABC News.
The U.S. is offering a $50 million reward for a Canadian Olympian turned fugitive. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced new charges against former Olympic snowboarder Ryan Wedding, who the DOJ calls a drug lord on the run. This holiday season, help the 77 WABC Radio Foundation to keep those in need. Go to WABCFoundationCares.com. Join 77 WABC, AARP, New York City, the Police Athletic League, Gristedes and D'Agostino Supermarkets, and Nationwide Imaging Services as we deliver Thanksgiving turkeys to more than 5,000 families across the city. This Saturday at 10:30 a.m., the 77 WABC Thanksgiving trolley rolls out at the Police Athletic League Harlem Center, giving back to those in need. Go to WABCFoundationCares.com. 77 WABC Cares. We will check out sports, weather, and what's happening on Wall Street right after this.
Coming up at 3:55 p.m. Listen to Dominic Carter for the Tunnel of Towers Foundation Dominic's Final Thoughts on 77 WABC.
This is Dominic Carter for the iconic Grand Central Oyster Bar. Fresh and delicious food, over 30 varieties of fish, oysters, and shellfish. A perfect after-work stop. Go to oysterbarny.com.
Donate this holiday season. Join 77 WABC, AARP New York City, Gristedes and D'Agostino Supermarkets, Nationwide Imaging Services, and the Police Athletic League as we deliver turkeys to more than 5,000 families in need. Donate now. Go to WABCFoundationCares.com. For just $50, you can feed a family in need. That's WABCFoundationCares.com. This Saturday at 10:30 a.m., the 77 WABC Thanksgiving trolley rolls out at the Police Athletic League Harlem Center, giving back to those in need. 77 WABC Cares. 77 WABC News, continuing the tradition of delivering the best radio news.
77 WABC Chime Time 3:05 in sports. The Jets visit Baltimore Sunday afternoon. The Giants visit Detroit also on Sunday. The Knicks visit Dallas tonight. The Nets visit the Celtics on Friday on the ice. The Devils visit Tampa Bay tomorrow night. The Islanders are in Dallas tomorrow night. The Rangers visit Colorado tomorrow evening. Target is cutting back its profit estimates for the year, warning of a slower holiday season as customers look to stretch their budgets. The retailer has been slashing prices on thousands of food, beverage, and essential items as the end of the year approaches. From the 77 WABC Weather Center, cloudy skies today, high 46 degrees. Clouds stick around tonight, low down to 40. Tomorrow, sunshine returns, high 48. And then Friday's outlook cloudy with a chance of rain in the afternoon, high 54. WABC News Time 3:06. Dominic Carter is next, 42 degrees and partly cloudy skies in Midtown. I'm Lisa G. Remember, the news never stops at WABCRadio.com.
New York City to the world. It's Dominic Carter.
And we're going to begin this hour by opening up the phone lines, 800-848-9222. It's a wonderful thing. New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch is staying on the job under Mayor-elect Mamdani. We'll get to that later in the program in this hour. What I want to start with, I'm going to mention it, but we're going to have to push it back into the midnight program because of technical difficulties, and we're trying to clean up the audio. But the bottom line is this, folks. Some stories stay with you forever. And what I'm talking about is one of them. It's the lived trauma of families torn apart. One of those families is the Tessa family. And I planned on introducing you right now to a remarkable woman by the name of Sabine Tassa, a mother who survived the unimaginable
and she is ringing the alarm bell of what happened to her in Israel, that it can happen to you today in New York by the same exact animals. Her oldest son, 17 years old, shot fatally in the head 6 times. Her husband, in a final act of love and bravery, threw himself onto a grenade in their home to protect his family. Her baby son, beaten so badly by Hamas that he's legally blind in one eye. Her life of what happened to her family October 7th, now some 2 years later. And it's one of 7 feature segments of an HBO Max documentary titled One Day in October. And when we do get this cleaned up, the audio, I strongly urge you folks to pay close attention to what she has to say. This mother is ringing the alarm bell, but we're going to have to push that back into the midnight program because it's got to be done right. And as of right now, the audio is not set to be aired in the fashion of which we have it. So we're working on it, and we're going to deal with that a bit later, possibly in the midnight hour. So the police commissioner, Jessica Tisch, is staying under the job under Mondani. She's going to be around, but you know, I don't know what's going on in our world, folks. What's going on? Everything is becoming racial. I'm going to show you with an example with Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, in a second. But I want you to listen to this. This debate on CNN. Scott Jennings, the Republican consultant, does an excellent job day in, day out of telling the truth. And he gets a racist in this panel. Why? Because he says this is an IQ test. Don't fail it. So we're going to get to that in just 1 second. But again, I do apologize that the audio of Ms. Tassa is not ready to go as of right now. Perhaps it'll be ready for the midnight show. But listen to this debate on CNN. And this reflects everything that is wrong in America.
Scott, you keep saying, well, he didn't do anything. There's no indication of criminality. If that's true, you should be elated that we're putting these things out.
If that's true, it is true. Can you name any evidence?
I would like to see the evidence. What I'm saying is,
You think after 10 years of help with life, you wouldn't know it already?
no, I don't. That's exactly the point.
Oh my goodness.
Scott,
This is an IQ test. Don't fail it. Come on, man. 10 years Donald Trump has been in public life.
But it is an IQ test. I mean, for 10 years, we haven't heard any names. So you really think that no one's involved?
No, obviously, Larry Summers was
So,
involved.
no,
Stacey Glasser was involved.
For
There's all
10
kinds of
years,
people
you're
involved
suggesting
in
that
Jeffrey
if someone was
just real quick, I just want to bring it back to something that just happened. I feel like I just heard Scott calling into question this black man's intelligence with the IQ test. I feel like I heard that. And so I just want to say something. This is what
It's ridiculous. You want to make it racial? Go ahead, but it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I think that.
By the way, we know each other. We're friends. I know this man. He's a smart guy, and we're having a debate. Don't make it into. We don't even know each other.
This actually relates back to the topic that we're having, Scott. There is your statement here with so much confidence. Without seeing all of the documents that Donald Trump is in, there is a presumption of guilt that a black man walks around the United States with. That I have been watching Donald Trump navigate this situation with the presumption of innocence that is never afforded to us. Right? This is the same guy that is trailing 29 rape allegations. And we have videos of him saying things like, grab him by the you-know-what. Just the very fact that he's connected, documented, connected to the country's most egregious pedophile, enough. That fact alone is enough for us to ask questions about this. It's a disqualifying factor for leadership. So I just don't know why you're so fervent right now, saying that I know for a fact he has nothing. Can we see the files and make that decision?
Look, here's what I think. It's been going on for 10 years. If there was a shred of anything to know about Donald Trump, we would already know it. What do we know? We know that
evidence is not the evidence of that.
We know that Donald Trump knew Jeffrey Epstein, and we know that he excommunicated him from Mar-a-Lago and his wife. We also know that after Epstein was convicted, that powerful Democrats continued to stay in touch with Jeffrey Epstein. This is not a story about Trump. Here's a story about powerful men. Many of them are in the Democratic Party. We're going to find that out. You can't wash away the politics.
We got to referring to this Republican versus Democrat.
That's because every Democrat goes on TV and he
So that's just one discussion from CNN. I want you folks to now listen. The mayor of Chicago, Illinois, Brandon Johnson. I don't know what this guy's problem is. Listen to this.
So we know that the intentional attacks that are coming from the Trump administration and the extreme right in this country has very much been what I call it's an attempt to relitigate the Civil War. Right? They have not accepted the results that the North actually won. Right? Because if you look at all of the attacks, it's not just black cities. He's going after education, housing, transportation, good paying jobs, and healthcare. Those are literally the 5 demands of descendants of slaves post-Civil War. So it's evident that they are not, committed to actually realizing the full dream of what this country can offer.
And that's the mayor, the actual mayor of Chicago. But again, police commissioner here in New York City, Jessica Tisch, is staying on the job. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. Let's start with your telephone calls here. Let's begin with Mike in Virginia. Mike, what's on your mind?
Hey, good afternoon, Dominic. I'm visiting my cousin. She's not doing well in Virginia, South Carolina. I wanted to talk about what's going on now, and you speak about it very well. Mamdani, far left, a psycho, and now you have other people that still, chime in, like Crockett and Maxine Waters, Chucky Schumer, Hakeem. Enough with this, back and forth nonsense trying to undermine Donald Trump, who's cleaning up the huge mess left by, Kamala and all the other far left Democrat liars.
Right, I'm not big on the nicknames for officials, but I hear you, Mike. The whole situation is a mess. I wish I had an answer. Thank you for the call. I wish I had an answer to clean this up. I don't. It's an absolute horrible situation. Thank you for the call. Let's go to line 5, Howard Beach. I understand Sammy has some criticism of me. What's on your mind, Sammy?
I have a lot of criticism. Before you get to, are you stoned? Are you high? Let me talk. Don't be afraid.
Wait, Sammy. You're not going to go on forever with the Dominic Carter show. So make your point, please.
I made my point. You're a fake guy. You don't like politicians being called names, but the way you talk about Mamdani, the way you pronounce his name is totally disrespectful.
So you're a fan of Mayor-elect Mamdani?
No, I told you I'm a Republican. Maybe you should take the way.
First of all, Sammy, I have no idea who you are. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. You said you told me before you're a Republican. What makes you think I remember you?
I never said you remember.
You just said I told you I'm a Republican. I don't know you're a Republican. How would I know that?
Feeder. You're a white feeder.
Okay. All right, Sammy. Thank you for the wonderful. You feel good now? I hope you feel good. I hope you feel good about yourself. Notice you're not even floating my boat. I don't care what you say. That's the bottom line. Let's go to John. Staten Island. What's on your mind, John?
I mean, you actually pronounce Mamdani the way I would pronounce Mamdani. So at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be perfect. But as for Jessica Tisch, she doesn't really need a job because her father's cousin is the co-owner of the Giants. She could leech off of him at any time she wants.
Well, I don't know why she has to. You're saying she has to leash off of someone. She's independently wealthy. Her whole family is wealthy. But John, thank you for the wonderful call here. Let's go to Sal in Bayonne, New Jersey, line 1. What's on your mind, Sal?
Hello, Dominic. Dominic, we need to stop all third world immigration because these immigrants don't share our values and they don't assimilate. Because when you see Zoran Mamdani's victory speech, he mentioned all third worlders, but he never mentioned white Europeans and Jews. And if we don't do something about this illegal invasion from the third world, all of America will become like New York City with Mamdani.
Right. Well, you know, with Mamdani, I don't know how to put this out, but we've gone down a road that we really should not be going down. It's horrible, Sal. Thank you for the call. Let's go to Russ. I haven't talked to Russ in a while. Russ in White Plains, line 3. Russ, what's on your mind?
Oh, hi, Donald. I'll be quick because, I don't like to criticize Donald Trump. I voted for him. Donald Trump undermines himself. Meeting with that head chopper yesterday after calling Mamdani terrorist, communist, 9/11 hijacker. He just does himself in. Sad to see, but that's why I voted for him, because you know what? Confidence without knowledge will bring people down. Greed is not good, and faking it till you make it isn't good either. And Donald Trump has given us all a lesson in that, Dominic. Hey, thanks a lot. Love your show.
So wait a minute, Russ. You say Trump is giving us a lesson in fake it until you make it? What are you talking about?
Donald Trump wasn't qualified to be president.
Okay, I'm batting 1,000 today. Thank you for the call. With the level of success that this man has, and we're going down this path, you know what, folks? We're going to take a break, and we are coming right back.
It's Dominic Carter.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from? Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out, realign, and seal your gutters and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site? That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter. Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Stock car races are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing crew. Only at ToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included. The business world is evolving, but saving wherever possible remains smart business. That's why PSE&G designed many different programs to help you save on energy costs. Our experts will help find the energy solutions that are the right fit for you, your business, and your world. Because saving energy impacts so much more than your bottom line. Connect with a PSE&G Energy Efficiency Advisor to learn more at pseg.com/business savings. Making your holidays go from this to this. We wish you it's easy and delicious with Coquito. Create this tropical creamy holiday drink with Goya coconut milk, Goya cream of coconut, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and
to touch a from. Make your own batch and share the joy with friends and family. Coquito made with Goya, a tropical way to holiday. Find the ingredients in the Goya section of your local grocery store. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty. That the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan at Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury in a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Looking for a gift that can last forever? Give the timeless elegance of Bulova. Since 1875, Bulova has stood for quality, precision, and innovation in the art of watchmaking. An American brand with New York City roots and global icon status, Bulova blends classic style and groundbreaking innovation like the Archive series, mechanical watches, and high-performance sports technology. Bold design, timeless innovation, a perfect fit for every milestone and every moment. Find Bulova at Macy's with free shipping available, adding a little extra sparkle to the joy of giving. Bulova, legendary since 1875. Listen to this podcast now on the Red Apple Podcast Network. Protecting America with Rita Cosby.
Joining us now is Joe Imperatrice. So law enforcement was very frustrated with Bill de Blasio. For some reason, Zoran Mondani feels worse, very much, and I think his rhetoric is even much worse. Your thoughts?
Living through it, I was there at Rafael Ramos Wake when that happened. It's hard. You know, the jobs the men and women in blue do all across this nation is not easy. Going out there every day and being given a gun and a badge and being told you could take a life or save a life in a matter of seconds, it's hard. Officers really do go out there, the overwhelming majority, to do the job that people ask them to do, to make communities safer. You don't do it for the money, and you definitely need the backing of individuals. Going out there every day is not easy. There's always room for reform. There's always room to make things better. You know, the jobs the men and women in blue do is not easy, but you have to do it common sense.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform. Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back. Dominic Carter here with you. Remember to reach us live this hour, 800-848-9222. Again, I do apologize, folks. We really wanted the interview with the mother, with the mother, her unimaginable story that occurred, Sabine Casa. We're trying our best to clean up the audio now, and perhaps for the midnight program, I do apologize that it's not ready as of now. We just could not air it in the shape that it was in. Let's go to line one, Paulie in Westwood. Paulie, what's on your mind?
Yeah, Dominic. I was just that guy Sammy, whatever his name was. I was something like I just Googled your name and Ramapo. Did you beat your wife?
Okay, so what's going on here now, folks? This is ramification. This is coming back. This is from the campaign. And I'm not going to say that this is related to a candidate, but these are jokesters and people. This is, Sid has faced it, Greg Kelly has faced it, and I'm not going to say which candidate they supported, but they're trying to do this online. Now they're trying to call up. But let me just say this to you. You can say anything you want. You're not going to get under my skin. You can say anything you want. My job is secure. You can say anything you want. You don't know the status of what's going on in my life. You are speculating. So just keep doing it. I know exactly where this is coming from. I know which candidate this is coming from in the mayor's race that's got some passive-aggressive thing going on right now and has people doing his dirty work. I know exactly. I knew when comments started popping up on social media where this stuff is coming from. And so I don't even want to deal with any of that. Let's keep this stuff on the merit. But I'll just say to you folks, keep it up. Keep calling with your nonsense. You're not getting under my skin at all. I'm laughing at you. I think you're the biggest joke on earth. You're doing somebody else's dirty work because they ran a horrible campaign for mayor. You think I don't know what time it is? Come on, folks. I've been in this game for 40 years. Let's go to Edgar in New Jersey, line 4. Edgar, what's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic. Long time listener, first time caller, big fan. And let me tell you something. Stay strong, brother. Listen, they even not disclose where I live in New Jersey because today we live in a townhome area, and one of the guys that were looking at one of the townhomes program, been thrown out of New York, and now he's coming to Jersey. But in any case, stand strong, man. Be good, and keep on doing the good.
Thank you for the call, folks. Listen, this is not a conversation about me versus a former candidate for mayor. Let's stick to the issues but let me be clear. I've known for a month where all these comments on social media are coming from. It's a passive aggressive thing where one of the candidates in the race for mayor thinks that he's going to I don't want to say take someone down, but whatever. Let's go back to your calls here. Let's go to okay, so I want to get to Judith, but I want to give her enough time. So I don't want to rush her. And I see we have Sandra, and then we have Frank in Bayville. We have a number of callers. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to rush anybody, is I'm going to take a break. We're taking your live calls at 800-848-9222. Dominic Carter here with you. Hope you folks are having a wonderful day. I know I am. 800-848-9222. We're going to take this break. You can reach me on social media, on Twitter at Dominic TV, Facebook and Instagram, Dominic Carter TV, Dominic Carter TV. Time for a break, folks. We are coming right back.
Hi, everyone. Ernie Anastas here. I want to take a moment to talk to you about something truly special. Shriners Children's. For more than 100 years, they have helped over 1.5 million kids with complex medical issues receive the most amazing care anywhere. Here's Chloe's mom and grandma with more on her story.
Chloe's 9. She was born with a bilateral cleft lip and palate. We're 7 surgeries in. We'll have anywhere from 10 to 20 surgeries by the time we're done. She has never let anything get her down.
We have supported Shriners for years. Never did I imagine that my grandchild would need Shriner services.
That's why Shriners is so amazing. It allows people who can't afford care for a cleft lip and palate patient to be able to take and get them care.
Okay, I'm calling on 77 WABC's audience to help provide hope and healing by donating to Shriners Children's. Call 1-800-276-8007. That's 1-800-276-8007. Or go online to loveshriners.org to give.
This is 77 WABC Newsroom Extra.
The New York City Department of Transportation is launching a new Vision Zero campaign to help curb dangerous driving. The $3 million Vision Zero Rewind campaign features powerful new ads warning reckless drivers that you can't rewind a crash. Transportation Commissioner Edonis Rodriguez says Rewind has a special focus.
We are also designing the campaign to target hard-to-reach groups, including young male drivers.
Transportation Commissioner Rodriguez says he hopes Rewind will continue to reduce traffic deaths in the city.
Nothing is more important to all of us at DOT than the work of our Vision Zero.
Rewind ads will appear on billboards, social media, and at Knicks, Nets, and Rangers games in 12 different languages. I'm Lisa Ritchie, 77 WABC News.
Coming up, it's the Suzanne Miller Update on Real Estate, sponsored by Ocean First Bank. Put premier banking at Ocean First Bank to work for you. It's like having your own personal assistant. Here's John Katsimatidis Jr.
Are you paying too much for your home or business heating oil? My family owns and operates United Metro Energy, and we can offer you a lower price and better service right now. No other heating oil company can match our tremendous buying power. We own our own refinery, our own storage tanks, and the largest fleet of company-owned trucks.
We get a 20-cent a gallon tax credit with United Metro Energy biofuel.
We're a community-conscious, family-run business. We're here for you 24/7. Contact me anytime.
Email john@umecny.com.
Coming up at 3:55 p.m. Listen to Dominic Carter for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Dominic's Final Thoughts on 77 WABC. This is
Positively Ernie. Now, here's Ernie Anastas.
And we're back following stories in the news and what people are talking about with a positive viewpoint. You know, we all know that your job can take its toll in many ways, depending on the pressure. Well, there's a new study out that shows over 70% of employees blame work stress on breakups and divorce. Renee Marino is a connection expert. Hey, Renee, should we be surprised by these high relationship breakup numbers?
Absolutely not, Ernie. When we think of work stress and stress in general, what happens is we step outside of our best selves, and then we're not communicating effectively. So when we're stressed at work and we come home and we're connecting with our family and we're feeling frazzled, we're not communicating to them what we're really feeling, and this can cause tension.
Interesting, and certainly a lot of people can relate to this. What can people do to deal with taking care of their family and their personal relationships? Give us some advice.
Step one, self-care is not selfish, it's a must. First, take the time to communicate with yourself. Figure out what's going on, write it down, pen to paper. It's so powerful to get those feelings and thoughts on the page, and then take the time to get honest with your family and say, listen, it's not you guys. I'm dealing with a lot. Please, right now, let me just have this moment and understand it's not about you. And just that communication itself can help ease the tension.
Oh, I love this. Renee, I thank you so much for some very good advice on how to deal better with our work and taking care of ourselves and our loved ones as well. I'm Ernie Anastas with positive news you can use on 77 WABC.
Positivity. Listen anytime. Download and subscribe to Positively Ernie the podcast. Go to WABCRadio.com and the 77 WABC app. Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And we are back. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. I'm going right back to your live telephone calls in just a second. But Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the world. I really am, because I'm confused these days at a lot of things. And again, if you're just joining us, I apologize that we don't have right now the interview with Sabine Tassa. We are well aware of the fact that she is a global newsmaker, October 7th survivor. Horrible what happened to her oldest son, shot in the head 6 times, fatally killed. Her husband jumped on a grenade to save his children. Her youngest child is legally blind in one eye. She's the subject of one of the 7 segments on HBO. One day in October, and so we're working to fix the interviews and the quality. We should be able, hopefully, to air them on the midnight program tonight. Certainly not at midnight tonight, and we may just hold them until tomorrow. So we do apologize for that. Let's see here. I was mentioning Jasmine Crockett. I want you to listen to what she has to say as it relates to the president and those of us that voted for this president.
I don't understand why they like him so much, because he clearly don't like them. Because when 42 million people, and I know some of them had to be MAGA, when they needed to line up to get state EBT, and it wasn't nothing there, she didn't care. So, I think that people need to get back to prioritizing themselves and their families and their future instead of being dragged to hell by this dude who obviously has them in a cult.
Wow, Congresswoman Haight. Now, you may recall just yesterday, Mary Bruce, the ABC correspondent, this is before we get right back to your call, the ABC correspondent that tried to challenge President Trump in the Oval Office with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia sitting right there. And the president said how disrespectful she was and that perhaps the license for ABC TV should be pulled, should be revoked. Well, she appeared on Good Morning America this morning, right? And listen to how Robin Roberts had nothing but great things to say about this correspondent, Mary Bruce.
Mary,
I don't have to tell you, these are extremely challenging times, and thank you for your reporting and your willingness to ask these types of questions. It must be surreal for you, Mary.
It is a little surreal, and Robin, thank you for that, but it is also just our job, and we will continue to do that.
Well, thank you for that, Mary. And we do well, Mary.
Wow. Let's go back to your telephone calls. Dominic Carter here with you folks. 800-848-9222. Line 1, Judith in Brooklyn. Judith, what's on your mind?
Oh, Dominic, my dearest Dominic. Number one, attacking you turns me into a pit bull. And you, as far as I'm concerned, you're on Team Normal versus Team Crazy, okay? So I'll leave it at that for now, because this is what I want to say. As far as October 7 goes, we have the Second Amendment, and it's more important than ever, because these guns, as far as I'm concerned, are for defense weapons, okay? Which something they didn't have. Do you know that? They did not have any weapons over there to defend themselves. But over here, we do, and we should, because, and learn how to use them legally, whatever, so that, according to what you said, this lady said, this should be a deterrent. Moving on to Russ, I got to tell Russ, this is called political diplomacy, my dear. Trump is surrounded by very smart strategists, okay? And the world's a very shaky place, okay? It's like a chess game, and the well-being and lives are at stake. And alliances sometimes have to be made for the greater good. And Dominic, you are very much loved by so many people. In fact, my own husband, I have to tell you, and I respect him a lot. Friday, someone tagged you. I called up last minute. I said, let me do one show. I would never do a show. It would be petrifying to go behind the mic and do a show. You sit there and you do these shows all by yourself, whatever. And so my husband, I said, what was your advance? Because I was thinking on a fly. Like I thought, how dare this man, the fool, Willie, whatever, JC, Jester Crown, whatever you want to call, clown you want to call him. And my husband says, well, I said, Dominic is very smart. He's very sincere. He's very genuine. He just, with so many
Oh,
compliments.
that's nice of you, Judith. Hand up your husband. Tell him I said, how much do I owe him? No, I'm only joking. Thank you. I will just say this, Judith. So I'm looking at some of the comments online, and people are telling me not to address the nuts. But I do want to say this. It's really sad of what's going on. You had a candidate run for mayor. That was had no chance of winning. And now he's upset because he's realizing how much he shot himself in the foot and how much damage he's done to his legacy and his own career. And now he's angry at the world, and he has these nuts. They've been doing it for months. If you go on my social media, the last 2 months, you go on my social media, you can tell who they are. I just never addressed it. It's no skin off my back. Anything about me in my life is an open book, period, okay? Really, that's the end of it there. And so this person is in a passive-aggressive move, this former candidate. He's trying to go scorched earth on everybody that he feels that didn't get in line behind him. When the truth is, if the candidate was on the radio, he would have been the first to buck the system and criticize someone else running for mayor. But yet, when it's him, we're supposed to all get in line and back him. Life doesn't work that way. That's why I begged him not to run. He chose to run. He embarrassed himself. I've moved on. I'm not going to waste my time. And thank you for the great call, Judith. I'm not going to waste my time playing this game. If you want to keep having your sicko nuts that have no life, that are sitting in mommy's basement, calling up, let them call. I'll have fun with them. They can say anything they want. But guess what? At the end of the day, the show goes on. My ratings are sky high, as you know they are. And I'm not even going to go there where I could take this conversation because it would not be professional. Because some of us have ratings and some of us don't. Period. And that's the bottom line, folks. Because if a day comes where I don't have the ratings, guess what? Bye-bye, Dominic. You're the weakest link. We love you, Dominic, but you gotta go. It's as simple as that, folks. So you can keep having, I guess you're like Beyonce with your nutty supporters, all 5 of them. let them keep calling and let them keep trying to ambush, and we'll start having fun with it. I'll come up with some great ideas, but there's nothing you will just, and be man enough. If you got something you want to say, at least when me and Sid got into it, we did it mano a mano, man to man. You got something you want to say to me, I'll give you an open invitation. Oh, I'm never coming back. And you're right. I'll give you an open invitation. You can come on anytime you want with me. Don't hide behind your 5 followers. You do the dirty work yourself. Don't do it. That's not cool. We've known each other for 30 years. You want to take it here to this level? Let's do it. But you coming at me, I'm going to start coming at you. And you know I know everything about your life and what's gone on. So you want to start coming at me? Believe me, I'm about to start coming at you. And I don't think you can survive it, to be honest with you. Because when I start talking the financial stuff, it's not going to be pretty. And you know I know what time it is. Let's go back to your telephone calls. And that's enough about me, so let's leave that alone. Let's go to Sandra. Sandra in New Jersey, line 2. Sandra, what's on your mind?
Well, first of all, those...
Oh, you're back home. Welcome home.
Because I know where they're coming from. They're coming from a candidate that ran for mayor, and he's behind this all. I'm not even going to go any further than that.
What did you get to eat?
Anyway, go ahead, Sandra.
What did you get to eat? I want details. Send me a picture too. Send me 3 pictures. Send me 3 pictures. I want to see 3 pictures.
Of women and children. They just concluded, as of now, they have found 30,000 missing.
I want to see 3 pictures.
3 weeks ago, it was 24,000. Now it's up to 30,000. So the Chicago mayor...
Baby Shark wants to see 3 pictures. You see Baby Shark?
No, it's not the case. He's just getting the bad guys off the street. And also, Dominic, I read that all the kids that are 14 years and older, they will get $2,500 to go home to their families safely. It's going to be all done by a judge. Everything is going to be done correctly. But you have to keep in mind, look at what he's done. He found 30,000 children. Biden didn't bother to find any of those kids.
Correct.
But this man is. So, they can all pick on Trump all they want, but I read and I see all the wonderful things he's doing.
Fantastic, Sandra. You and I agree. I hope your husband is well. Thank you for the wonderful call. I know I'm going to regret this next call, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's go to line 5. E. Frank in Astoria. Good afternoon. What's on your mind?
Yes, good afternoon, Dominic. You're not going to regret it because I'm going to get down to the point and I'm going to explain things. You're a very serious individual, okay? You tell the truth. You explain the issues to the best of your understanding, knowledge, and experience. So I'm not going to be playing horse games here.
Okay, Frank, we've already wasted 30 seconds. Please get to the point.
My point is, I didn't vote for Zorin, but I believe that maybe it's a good thing for the city of New York to accept this mayor because maybe he's the one who probably will prove that they're all dead wrong there as socialists and their economic theories that don't work, that fall apart like economic laws. They don't know they live in a constitutional state like the United States. They don't know what the Constitution of New York State states. They don't even understand the city charter very well. They're just interested in their political underminings that later on we have to pay.
Okay, wait, Frank, one more time. Wait, you're telling me you're going
Oh, yeah, look at that yummy food.
You're telling me I'm not following the point. I'm sorry.
Okay, what I'm saying is that
Look at all that yummy food.
whoever voted for Zoran Mandani, it deserves to live under him because he is not going to help us. And I think that maybe he was the right choice for his voters because that night, when he was doing his speech.
You got chicken? You got chicken and pork, or what is that?
About what he's going to do to Donald Trump. That's disgusting. You should respect the president.
I agree with you.
That looks like chicken in the first picture.
Right? You surprised me there. Thank you very much. E. Frank calling from Astoria. Let's see here. Let's go to line 1, John in Brooklyn. But John, please, let's not make this about me because if you do, all you're doing is giving the former candidate for mayor.
And the third picture looks like chicken too.
Let's stick to the issue.
Where's the pork?
I just just want you to say I'm a reporter and no one should be calling up and disrespecting you. My comment, too. Republicans never push back when statements are made like illegal aliens commit less crime than Americans. Where is the evidence of that? Where is the data? You know what, Dominic? The lieutenant governor of Texas during the invasion was on national TV and said Texas is the only state that keeps track of crimes committed by illegal aliens. So where do these Democrats keep coming up with that they're more law-abiding than the rest of us? It's friggin' lies, number one.
Well, you know, I agree with you, John. We live in a very polarized world, and I don't have the answer to fix the problems, but I've been trying to ring.
What's inside those Puerto Rican pastels?
The last couple of years.
Tamales. What's inside those tamales?
That President Trump is doing.
Is it chicken? Is it beef? Is it pork? Is it potatoes? It's just pork? There's no potatoes? Potatoes and pork? There's no potatoes in there?
This man is literally the devil. And it's just pork? It's mind-blowing. It really is. John, thank you for the wonderful call. Folks, we see all your calls coming in. I've got to take a break. Dominic Carter here with you, 800-848-9222. We are going to be coming right back and going right back to your telephone calls.
It's Dominic Carter.
If you want real American meat, born, raised, fed in America, then you want Freedom Farms. No imports, no nonsense. From their family farm in upstate New York to your family table. Fill your freezer with a whole cow or a half cow, or grab a smaller box of burgers and steaks. Go to wearefreedomfarms.com. Use promo code MAGA for $25 off your first order. Go to wearefreedomfarms.com.
How do you like my baby shark? How do you like my baby shark?
Hello, I'm Marianne Kuharski with Pro Life Across America. Did you know that a billboard can save a baby's life? When our billboards and radio ads are running, we receive hundreds of calls from those seeking pregnancy information and support. Every caller is connected to a local center offering free ultrasound and confidential counseling. Won't you join us in this life-saving?
Yeah, I know you like Baby Shark. I know you like Baby Shark. You think I forgot those days that you were singing a song for me, huh? You remember that Baby Shark song, right? Oh, yeah.
Dramatically the past few years. For example, a man aged 45 non-smoker can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month. Level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50 non-smoker can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110. Level rate for 20 years.
When I bought this coloring book, the first thing I thought of is you and you singing that song to me.
Specialized in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for a new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote. 800-786-9161. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-786-9161. Remember, 1-800-786-9161. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify. WABC. 56, 173 countries. On Alexa, on iPhone, on Android, on the 77 WABC app, and on your computer. WABCRadio.com. Around the world, listen to 77 WABC.
Dominic Carter here to tell you a word about the best after-work spot, the iconic Grand Central Oyster Bar. Delicious! There are plenty of fish in the sea, but none like the iconic Grand Central Oyster Bar. Go to oysterbarny.com.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been you need a heavy hitter in your corner. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Yeah, I remember all those times. All those times you sang that Baby Shark song. And you kept going on and on and on. I remember all those times.
Last week, it was a reminder. It's just at the beginning ahead of the winter months. AccuWeather senior meteorologist Chad Merrill says the chilly weather is on the way for that Thanksgiving week.
And then once we get into December, we're going to see a colder pattern develop across the United States. We'll have these fronts get farther south. So the first part of the winter will feature some of those fronts that bring the colder than average temperatures. Kind of a shock to the system early. So the first part of the winter will feature some of those fronts.
Oh, so I got the.
He says cold fronts early in the season can be expected to have a weak La Nina pattern.
Not only do I have the 8 different colors of the jumbo crayons,
A bit of a precursor to what's going to happen for the first part of the winter.
But on the upside, we may see
but now I got the 16. I got the Fat Pack 16.
And now it's time for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts.
And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts of the day.
So I got even more.
Telephone calls. Let's go to Fran. Line
I got even more.
What's on your mind?
Hey Dominic, how you doing, buddy? I back everything you said today. You're awesome, buddy. But listen, mine is this Mandani scammy guy. He's gonna be bad, no doubt. Remember, 8 years they voted De Blasio in. How much worse? I mean, I don't care. How much worse can he be than that moron De Blasio? He robbed $800 million, him and his wife. Had no idea where it went. I mean, how much worse is it gonna really be, Dominic?
Well, you know what, Fran? I saw De Blasio the other day, and everybody, he was here at the station. Everybody was remarking about how tall he is. He's really tall. And something's going on because now maybe he's a little annoyed with me because of my criticism of him. And thank you for the great call. But normally he'd stop and talk, but it just seems very different from the Bill de Blasio. Everything was very superficial, very different from the de Blasio that I've known. And you know, let's face it, politics is a tough business. You know, who likes to be criticized? And mayors and former mayors, they're criticized every single day by people like me. And
Are you eating your food?
And yes, I'm sorry. I do feel he was the worst mayor ever in New York City's history, and I worry that we may be going down this same path again.
I had some potato chips.
Let's go to Bob.
I had 2 apples, and I had my cashews.
Thank you for taking the call. You got a lot of nuts out there. Listen, you keep doing what you're doing. And the reason why some people don't like Trump is because they're jealous. They can't figure out how to bring him down. That's what's going on.
Exactly right, Bob. And the last thing I'm going to say as it relates to me, I got something new. I got something new for them. One, and I didn't want this stuff. I'm still not going to play the game because this candidate for mayor, he wants to have this full-scale public war. Well, he's the one on the outside looking in, begging to get back in. That's the truth. That's the truth, okay? All of this public posturing, I've already said too much. I'm never going back. It's all posturing, folks. He's realized how much he shot himself in the foot, and he has no place to turn, nowhere to go, and he's got his nuts, these people that will do anything and everything that they are cult. Let's pressure Dominic. And next weekend maybe Greg Kelly. You can't reach Sid, so you can't get a hold of him. But I'm not going to change anything that I do. My life is an open book, literally. And there's certain things that I won't comment on. And thank you for your great comment there, Bob. And from now on, when they call with their nonsense, right, I'm just going to say next. I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to do anything. So you keep calling, and all I'm going to do is say next, and we're going to move the show on to the next call. And eventually you'll get tired, because if you think that you're getting under my skin, guess what? You're not. As the kids say, you're only playing yourself, right? So let's leave it at that. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to go to line two, which is Tony in Clifton, New Jersey. Tony, what's on your mind?
John, I have to tell you, one of the things we love about WABC and Dominic Carter is they are loyal to our president. And what we're seeing time after time is loyalty gets you in a lot of hot water. But Dominic, you're going to rise above it because anyone who loves President Trump is great in my book. If you don't care for your president, you've got to stop and look at yourself and say, what a shame. Disgraziata, as they say in Italian, and I know some people know what that word means. Thank you, Dominic Carter.
Thank you for the lovely call. Thank you so much. Let's go to Lewis in Queens, line 1. Lewis, what's on your mind?
Well, I just want to make a point. Bill de Blasio's last name was taken from an Italian distant relative. His real name is Waldheim. And I'd like the people to know this, that he's a fraud.
I think the whole city of New York knows that de Blasio was not his original name. But go ahead, Lewis, quickly, please.
All right. And the $800 million was from the city. It was supposed to go to the City Board of Education.
No, it was not. It was supposed you learned that from a former host that doesn't know what he's talking about. It was mental health dollars. Thank you for the call, Lewis. Folks, I want to tell you this. All it takes is $11 a month. Donate $11 a month to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation at T2T.org. T2T.org. I am back at midnight. Through the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, you can honor the courage and sacrifices of our nation's greatest heroes, first responder and military heroes. Heroes like United States Army Lieutenant Colonel Christy Ravens. Christy served our country with unwavering dedication for 20 years. As a combat nurse, she provided life-saving care to wounded soldiers, including at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center during the global war on terrorism. Christy was also a devoted wife, mother, and mentor whose life was rooted in compassion and integrity. After 6 years of courageously battling service-related cancer, Christy's life was
Look at the baby shark.
behind her husband Stephen and the
Did the fish? I'm gonna do the background later, but look at the
Jack and Stella both aspire to follow in her footsteps by choosing
look at the baby shark.
Tunnel to Towers honors
Baby shark.
sacrifice by paying off the mortgage on her family's home. Help more families like Christy. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2, T.org.
This is New York's talk leader, the crown jewel of talk radio. WABC New York, WRCR Haverstraw, 107.1 WLIR Hampton Bays. News first at 59 past the hour.
Now that looks clear, right? That image looks clear.
Partly cloudy skies on this Wednesday, November 19th. Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Ritchie. The bill calling for the release of all files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein is headed to President Trump's desk.
The Senate will proceed to consideration of the bill, which the clerk will report.
HR 4405, an act to require the Attorney General to release all documents and records in possession of the Department of Justice relating to Jeffrey Epstein.
The Senate received the House-passed bill this morning and immediately passed it on to the president for his signature. Trump has that he'll sign the measure once it reaches his desk. The White House wants the FBI to take a closer look at the investigation into the assassination attempt of President Trump in Pennsylvania. Mark Mayfield has more.
Caroline Levitt, new questions about the background of 20-year-old shooter Thomas Crooks are definitely deserving of answers. Levitt was commenting on a New York Post report which claims the FBI during congressional hearings never shared a trove of digital footprints that had been left behind by Crooks. Crooks was killed by Secret Service agents after firing on Trump during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania in July of 2024. I'm Mark Mayfield.
From Olympic snowboarder to drug kingpin, Ryan Wedding is accused of trafficking 60 metric tons of cocaine. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
To put that in perspective, 60 metric tons is approximately the weight of 40 standard cars.
The U.S. is offering a $15 million reward for the fugitive. Top officials are reacting to NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch's decision to serve under New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani's administration. Lisa G. reports.
Former NYPD Commissioner Bill Bratton, who has previously worked with Tisch, says he's thrilled that a decision has been made, reacting to Mamdani saying they've found common ground.
It'll be interesting as to what that common ground is, common cause. And I would have to assume that there were negotiations and that there was some coming together in a sense of her concerns, his priorities. So that I would hope that the mayor-elect has got a lot of things on his plate.
Bratton says now is not the time to switch course since Tisch has assembled a good team. Lisa G., 77 WABC News. Elected officials are joining with the New York City PBA to propose legislation that boosts the NYPD's ranks. The Darul Islam Police Recruitment Act would give a pension boost to police recruits and officers who start their careers in certain NYPD titles or another city agency. The Department of Sanitation is trying to root out illegal dumpers. New Yorkers can make up to 50% of the fine by reporting people who illegally dump on city sidewalks, highways, or just about anywhere.
I actually have good neighbors, so in this situation, I wouldn't write nobody for no money because that's snitching.
Well, it depends on what.
Would they ran on their neighbors some cash? I'm sure everybody would. Yeah.
I mean, I have a really bad neighbor, to be honest, but I still wouldn't do that.
You can report the illegal dumping online and submit a video or some other sort of proof. A New Jersey man will get probation for secretly videotaping nearly 50 people using restrooms at a pair of businesses. Daniel Zhang pleaded guilty after police caught the 23-year-old recording a man in the bathroom of the Planet Fitness in Hamilton. Zhang's phone had 49 similar recordings on it taken at the gym and at a local Wawa. The last pennies minted by the U.S. government are expected to bring in big bucks at auction. Tammy Trujillo reports. Coins will be sold December 11th by Stack's Bowers Galleries with 232 special free coin sets, symbolizing the 232 years of U.S. penny production. Each set will include 2 regular pennies from the mints in Philadelphia and Denver and 1 24-karat gold penny. Each set is expected to bring in around $45,000 to $50,000. I'm Tammy Trujillo. This holiday season, help the 77 WABC Radio Foundation to feed those in need. Go to WABCFoundationCares.com. Join 77 WABC, AARP New York City, the Police Athletic League, Prestige and D'Agostino Supermarkets, and Nationwide Imaging Services as we deliver Thanksgiving turkeys to more than 5,000 families across the city. On November 22nd at 10:30 a.m., the 77 WABC Thanksgiving Trolley rolls out at the Police Athletic League Harlem Center, giving back to those in need. Go to WABCFoundationCares.com. 77 WABC Cares. In sports, Major League Baseball's owners' meetings began Tuesday. Talks are expected to center on the upcoming end of the collective bargaining agreement between the league's owners and players. Among the issues is the potential implementation of a salary cap. Your forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low of 38. Tomorrow's forecast, mostly cloudy with a high of 49 degrees. And for Friday, clouds and scattered showers, but warmer with a high of 55. Partly cloudy outside our Midtown studios. I'm Lisa Ritchie. Remember, the news never stops at WABCRadio.com.
Sponsored by the United Healthcare Medicare Store in Jackson Heights. At the United Healthcare Medicare Store in Jackson Heights, you can chat face-to-face with a licensed sales agent who understands the community and get clear answers to your questions. Find them at 3752 82nd Street between Roosevelt and 37th Avenue. They are ready to help. Attention Ditto Heads. Attention Bo Scouts.
Goes by the pseudonym Bo Snerdley.
It's time for the Soul of Excellence.
He is a radio host here in New York.
The Rush Hour is on the air.
Rush.
Now here's James Golden.
I began to get innumerable texts from friends, from foes, from constituents about what was happening in that hearing. And I got a text from Jeffrey Epstein, who at the time was my constituent, who was not public knowledge at that time that he was under federal investigation. And
she received.
I know that Epstein had property in the Virgin Islands, right?
Yes.
What was your relationship with Epstein?
So Jeffrey Epstein was a constituent. He was a resident of the Virgin Islands, lived there, I guess, more than half of the year because he was registered there. I had received donations from him after the last investigation came out, which was after this texting. I gave any donations that I previously received from him to women's organizations and did not have any contact with him. But like many constituents, individuals get your phone number, they text you about issues, they speak with you. I had spoken with him about issues that are relevant, things that are going on in the Virgin Islands and elsewhere around the country.
The unbelievable Stacey Plaskett, a delegate from the Virgin Islands, explaining ad nauseam on CNN allegedly her relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, the constituents, they just get your number out of thin air. I mean, it seems to me, given the scandal that she had with her telephone, she'd be a little careful. If you don't know, the Stacey had a problem. Pictures of her son's clothing got out. And apparently, quite titillating pictures. But they didn't buy it. And of course, the GOP in the mix with this Epstein stuff. Last night, three Republicans, Don Bacon of Nebraska, Lance Gooden of Texas, and Dave Joyce of Ohio, jumped across party lines to shake it up with the Democrats so that they would not censure Stacey Plaskett. And there are a lot of Republicans upset about that. A backroom deal, apparently, to protect a member of their own, Corey Mills of Florida, who has been accused of domestic
Hey, Jibu, are you back yet?
financial
Jibu.
misconduct claims he denies. But Democrats now expected to withdraw their censure measure against Mr. Mills as a quid pro quo for these Republicans joining Democrats to make sure that Stacey was not censured. And this story, I mean, we have one more Stacey from the House. No, she was on CNN Cut 2. This is a follow-up with that discussion that she had on CNN with Wolf Blitz,
I believe that Jeffrey Epstein had information, and I was going to get information to get at the truth. Having a friendship with him is not something that I would deem to have. And so I'm just looking forward. I'm moving forward. And I think that that's what we as American people should do, is move forward. If individuals are not involved in illegal activity, extending his criminal enterprise or his financial enterprise or all of those things, I think that we need to look at what people are doing moving forward.
Wait, let me just better understand that. What is that point? Because at the time he was a known sex offender and it had been detailed all the sexual abuse.
There are a lot of people who have done a lot of crimes, and as a prosecutor, you get information from people where you can.
She's pretending that she did not know. And the wording on this, was he your buddy? Well, I would not deem to do. She never said, my friend never was my friend. I never had any. I didn't have relations with that man, Jeffrey Epstein, whatever those relations might be. And by the way, I'm waiting for the media. They wouldn't do this if it were Republican. I'm waiting for somebody in the mainstream press to try to dig out her returning, she says, the donations to women's groups. What women's groups did you give those donations to? Where are the records of your giving them donations? Produce it. Because her story is unbelievable. And if you just listen to this nonsense, if you read the transcripts of the text messages between her and Stacey Plaskett, it's not just some little constituent. This is after they all knew what he was. A predator. And now she's trying to gloss it over. Oh, he's just another constituent. It's so full of it. Hakeem Jeffries also had to take a few questions regarding
First of all, Hakeem Jeffries was asked about Plaskett. Cut 4. Let's just get that out of the way right now. Hakeem Jeffries, minority leader for Democrats. And just you tell me whether he ever really answers the question that's posed to him.
During the very high profile Michael Collier and Stacey Plaskett was in direct communication with Jeffrey Epstein, and this was after he pleaded guilty to sex crimes. This was after the Miami Herald investigation into all these heinous acts. So why, as a Democratic leader, why are you okay with that?
I expressed my position on the floor yesterday. My statement speaks for itself. In a bipartisan way, the resolution that was introduced targeting Stacey Plaskett was defeated. And it was defeated for several reasons, including the fact that it was a dramatic overreach related to throwing her off our committee. So
Yeah, I'm going to start the next broadcast, G-Boo.
Democrats and Republicans defeated the censure. Stacey Plaskett has made clear her position as it relates to Jeffrey Epstein repeatedly, and her word speaks for itself.
She said, quick, I'm next. I'm up next.
Speculator now following up.
Yeah. So, right. By the way, this is James Cohen. Thirdly, here with you, fastest hour in American. Most